It's really freeing. The moment you decide that your stuff has been owning you, the moment you decide that you feel good enough to let it go, is so freeing. You might be wondering why I'm laying on a big pile of laundry. This is 5 loads of laundry. And these aren't little loads either. Yeah, but today I just kind of wanted to sit and chat with you while I put away my laundry about why I want to be a minimalist. So I've been making decluttering videos for over a month now, about a month and a half. And it has been really cool and fun to see how this community is just growing and insane, and I love it. I'm getting to meet so many new people, and I can't appreciate you guys enough. I am so grateful to every single one of you that watches my videos, especially the ones that watch it all the way to the very end. You guys are so motivating to me to keep going on this minimalism journey. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about what led up to my decision on why I wanted to become a minimalist. I'm gonna go into more detail than I have. I will try and put this laundry away while I'm talking. Not always the best at multitasking, but I guess I can try. Gosh, there's just so much laundry, guys. What am I even thinking? Let's backtrack to when me and Devin got me. Well, actually, we could even backtrack a little bit farther, just kind of giving you a preface of like my life before I married Devin and before I had a kid. I don't have kids. I have one. I'm gonna put all of Dan's clothes in here. I hang them and fold them in his room, so I just put them all in the basket. It's a lot easier to deal with down there. So when I was a kid, I was one of those kids that never ever had a clean room. It was always so messy, and I just I cared, but I didn't want to deal with it. And my mom would spend weekends with me sorting out all of my laundry in the hallway because my room was such a disaster. There wasn't room to even sort my laundry in there. I am the queen of procrastination. I was the queen of hiding things under my bed, and I was the queen of stuffing things as far into my closet or as stuffed into my closet as I could. I hoarded things. I kept everything. There was trash everywhere, and I didn't keep my stuff very nice either. It's just a little sad that that's where I was. I was just one of those kids that, you know, I just hoarded, and I had a really messy room, like as bad as you can think for like a 12-year-old. As I got older, I started to cherish my things more, kind of as you do when you get older, and I started to care about things more. What am I dropping? I started to actually want to take care of my things more often, and losing track of my thoughts. Okay. I'm gonna start putting these things away because I usually put it away as I'm talking. Or I usually put things away while I pull them out. I just pull it out, hang it up, and then come back to the pile. Anyway, so as I grew up, I started taking care of my stuff more, and I tended to not hoard as much. My room was still a mess. There was clothes everywhere, but it felt more grown up. I had all of my papers and things in boxes. My books were stacked up, or they were on a bookshelf, and it was just better. And yeah, my room would get to disaster level, but I started cleaning my room more and started making my bed more, and then I moved out, and I think I kept my bedroom in my apartment pretty well maintained, and me and my roommate kept our apartment pretty well maintained as well, and I felt really good in that place. And I didn't have too much stuff. My closet was still packed with stuff, but I think I took pride in the fact that it was my own place instead of it being like at my parents' house, you know. And I didn't move out till I was 24, so it took a minute, but it was good for me. And then I met Devin a month after I moved out. I think the timing was absolutely perfect. So me and Devin met, fell in love. He told me he loved me so soon, and 7 months later we were married. Yep. 7 months after meeting, we were married. We moved into a 1-bedroom apartment in the same complex that I was living in with my friend. We just moved into a different apartment, and it was really tiny. We brought Devin's stuff, which wasn't that much. I had the majority of the stuff because I had already moved out, and I was 2 years older than Devin at the time. Still 2 years older than Devin, because math doesn't change in that department. I had a lot longer to accumulate things, and I had moved out. So you accumulate a lot more when you're moved out than when you're living with your parents. We also got a lot of wedding gifts, which is amazing, and I loved all of our wedding gifts. But like, you get your wedding gifts and you don't use all of them. So we used some of them as like wedding gifts for other people, and we used some of them, we didn't really take anything back. We got a lot of like gift cards and things too, so that was helpful. But we did get a lot of wedding gifts, and that definitely took up a lot of our apartment, especially since it was such a teeny tiny little apartment. We lived there for like 6 months, and then we moved to a townhouse, a 3-bedroom townhouse. When I say that we filled up this townhouse so quickly, I don't know how we did it, but we did. We moved everything from our 1-bedroom apartment into this townhouse, and it felt like we had already like taken over. I think we had gotten like 3 things of furniture while we were in the townhouse, so not very much. And we loved that townhouse, but it was kind of like in this rural area, far away from family. No, I mean far away in the fact that it was like more than half an hour away. So I don't know why I'm telling you this whole story. Well, I do, but it's not the most important thing. And we moved into the townhouse, filled up the townhouse so quickly. I already felt like I was drowning in stuff when we lived in the townhouse. And like, I would declutter things, but I didn't do it very often, and I didn't really know how. And so then, I don't think I had discovered Dawn from the Minimal Mom yet. I got pregnant when we were in the townhouse, and my whole pregnancy was at the townhouse. And I got pregnant with Dan, and that was the worst year of my life. I was so sick. I got kidney stones, and I was just so sick and so exhausted and so not myself. Like, I'm pretty bubbly, I'm a pretty happy person, but when I was pregnant, it was like this demon had taken over my body, and I don't know, it was just weird. It was hard. We were pregnant and we were looking for a house, and obviously we found one because we're living in this one, and I love our house so much. We found our house pretty quickly. I think we probably looked about 20 to 30 properties, maybe not even that many, but we looked at a lot of properties all in this area that we're living in currently. And we found a couple that we really, really liked before this one, but there were issues with it, and this was before the pandemic, so it was still like the bubble hadn't happened, but it still felt pretty out of our price range. So we had to up our price range to find this house. So we upped our price range by about $15,000, and then this house popped up and we snatched it up so quickly. Our realtor was amazing. So we went from a 1-bedroom apartment to a 3-bedroom townhouse to our 5-bedroom house. Well, it's 4 bedrooms now, I'll get to that, but to a 5-bedroom house. And we filled up this house. I mean, there were stages when it was more filled up than others, and there were stages when it felt kind of empty in spaces and really full in others, and I don't know, that was about the time that I discovered Dawn was after we had moved in, we had settled, we had been living here a little while, and I was all into YouTube, still am, obviously, and I watched a ton of YouTubers, and I came across Dawn from the Minimal Mom. I don't know which video I watched of hers first. I've probably watched every single one of her videos about minimalism. I realized that I didn't want to be a minimalist. I just wanted a simpler house. Technically, I did want to be a minimalist, I just didn't know it yet. So I would watch her videos and I'd get so freaking motivated from watching her videos and decluttering, and I decluttered a lot of stuff. I had a yard sale. We were also going through a debt-free journey, which we still technically are. We took a hiatus last year, but we're back into it now, which is great. And I'd watch other minimalists and other decluttering videos, and I'd get so riled up and so excited about their videos and about decluttering and about making my house simplified. And I would toy with the idea of becoming a minimalist. I'd be like, ooh, maybe I could do it. So I store my containers with the lids on top ever since Dawn from the Minimal Mom showed us that on her channel, to store containers, like food storage containers with the lids on. And I love storing them that way. I think it's the best way. And I just remember doing that, and then my husband was like, well, you won't be able to store as much. And like little seeds like that, I had already decided I was gonna do it. So at that point it was like kind of moot, but it still was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because you can't control what other people do. You can only control what you do, and that's okay. Anyway, I think I got a little off track. But how did this come out? I already put this on and I'm putting it back on. I gotta hang this up. The reason why we took the hiatus on our debt repayment plan, we were doing the Dave Ramsey plan, and we're gonna go back and do it again. The reason why we had stopped was because we decided to renovate our whole house. Well, the whole upstairs of our house, and except our bedroom and the bathroom. Everything else we have renovated. So we decided to renovate, and that really did stop us from paying back our loans and our things, and we turned our house from a 5-bedroom house into a 4-bedroom house. So it's a little different, but it looks a lot better and it feels a lot better and it functions a lot better. So it was definitely worth it. But we did have to take a break, and we did go into a little bit more debt because we were being kind of dumb. But, you know, make mistakes and you just turn around and you fix them. That's all you can do. I mean, you could stop yourself from making the mistake, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody will make a mistake in their lifetime, if not a million mistakes in their lifetime. So I remember I was just scrolling through YouTube, and when I'm scrolling through YouTube, I am always thinking about like video ideas and things that I can do on my channel, and I wasn't sure where my channel was going either, and there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do with my channel. I still do. So I was looking for like video ideas, and I came across a Minimal Mom video, and she was talking about 22 things that you can declutter in 2022, and that was the first video I did. So I just literally watched the video, I wrote down everything she said to declutter, and I pulled out my camera and I made that video. I did know that I was starting my minimalism journey. I've been wanting to make this kind of content for a long time. I didn't think I really even had a voice for this kind of content because I'm not like an expert. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just literally watching Dawn and Cass and Dana. I found a lot more YouTubers now too, because you guys recommend so many to me, and there's so many and I love watching it. I just soak it in, and I've always done that. And I don't know, it's been really cool. Yeah. I think the biggest reason though, so I found the video from Dawn, right? And I decluttered. But the biggest reason was because I, like, the video that I saw of hers, it ignited something in me that was already there. It was already there. It just needed that breakthrough point. I had built myself up to that moment. Oh my gosh, I want to cry. I don't know why. I built myself up to that point where I felt ready. I was finally ready to take that step and become a minimalist. And to me that's crazy because I would always tell myself, I don't think I could go that far. I don't think I could be a minimalist. I don't know. I'll see how far I go. And I still kind of say that last one a little bit because who knows? Things might change, but in my mind, I want things to be as simple as they can be, but practical and cozy. I want my house to feel like a house, to feel like a home. But I've been in kitchens where I'm cooking and I'm looking in every single drawer to find things, and then I have to look 3 or 4 times because there's so much stuff in those cabinets and those drawers and everything that you can't find it the first time. And that's the house I don't want to have. And it took a long time. It took over a year, at least. Maybe even like a 1.5 to 2 years to finally realize. I think you could probably go back on my channel and see when I posted my first decluttering video, and then like from that point add maybe like a month or 2 to before that, because it took me a minute to like become okay to declutter on my channel. And I wasn't like decluttering a crazy, like there were some videos where I decluttered a lot, but I was just doing little spots in my house because I felt like I was a little overwhelmed, which I guess is the main reason you do things, is because you want those things to be easier in the future. And especially with decluttering, you declutter to make those spots easier to use in the future. And the minimalism stuff, it's amazing. Decluttering closets and my end table and those kinds of things, they seem like really small everyday tasks that don't really change your world, you know? But in a sense they do. Because every day that you work on something, you get a little bit better. And every day that I made a YouTube video, I got a little bit better. I'm really hoping that my content is speaking to you and is giving you hope that you can do the things that you want to do. Whether it's minimalism or whether it's just decluttering your home to a point where you feel like you're not drowning in stuff anymore. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still on my minimalism journey. I'm just me trying to get through every day with a little bit of help from minimalism. And I think that it's changing me in a lot of ways. I never even thought I'd change these ways, and I'm really excited about. It makes me cherish the things I own more. This is a paint shirt, so maybe not this thing, but it makes me care about the things that I own a lot more, and it makes me want to be a healthier human. I want to eat healthier and go outside more and exercise. It's been really cold lately, so that's been a hard thing for me, but that and exercising in general is hard for me to want to do. I think that the world has become too involved in things, too involved in spending money and buying things, and it's just, there's too much. I'd be okay to not ever have laundry ever again. It's my fault for having so many clothes. And how many towels did I put away? Okay, we did bathe the dogs. I had to bathe one dog twice, and these are from like 2 weeks of towels that I just haven't put away. It's insane. Okay. Yeah. don't worry about the towels. I will probably declutter some of them at some point, but I just, the dogs make such big messes in my house, it's hard to declutter towels. Didn't I just put this away? What did I put away? I guess I didn't. Yeah, I guess my main thing is that I was just so sick and tired of feeling like my house was an absolute disaster that I decided that following that minimal mom video, what was it gonna hurt? It wasn't gonna hurt anything. In fact, it helped a lot. I got rid of so much stuff that day. I'm gonna put all this stuff away and then we'll chat for a minute.
More than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind.
Speaking of decluttering, which I always am, these are some things that I don't really wear. I don't really like. This shirt, it's cute, but it lays weird on me, so I'm not gonna keep that. This dress is just a little too short and a little too tight up this area. So I don't want to keep that one. It's cute, but it's not worth it to me to keep it. And then some leggings that they always fall down more so than my normal leggings, and that's a lot already, so those are going. And then this shirt, I've just never really been, this is inside out. I've just never really been able to pull this shirt off very well. So I bought it because I thought it was cute. It's a little too short for me, for my liking. And then I just don't really like it. So I'm gonna go put this with my other decluttering pile stuff. I'll be right back.
I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me.
Alright, and then this blanket, I just want to switch it out. I want to put this in the dirty clothes. And put this one at the end of the bed. I like to make sure that there's a blanket like this on the bed, so that, because my dogs like to lay on the bed, but I don't like them laying on my nice comforter, so I just kind of pull this up so that they still can lay on the bed if they want. But then I'm not grossed out with them being on my part of the bed. And I like having this because then I put it over the top of our bedding at night and I'm not as cold. So these socks and delicates that me and Devin will work on later. And then these are all of Dan's clothes, and I'll just take him downstairs when I go get him for his nap. My bed definitely feels better. Feels much more clean because it doesn't have 5 loads of laundry on it, so that's pretty good. I just kind of made this like more of a chit chat video where I could tell you what I was thinking. It's really freeing. The moment you decide that your stuff has been owning you, the moment you decide that you feel good enough to let it go, is so freeing, and I'm so excited that I get to share my journey with you guys. And honestly, like every day I'm thinking about what can I get rid of? What things can I send away from my house so that I feel a little bit better every single day, you know? So anyway, I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye. I filmed this video instead of starting painting my cabinets. Guys, I think it's my frog project. I think painting my cabinets really is my frog project. So, oh, hope you enjoy this one. I hope to get my at least my lower cabinets painted and the video up by next week. So, keep me motivated, guys. Keep me motivated.